Hey, yo, what's up?
What is up? How is my favorite captain of a podcast doing?
Holy crap, man, I'm wiped out. You know what's up. I gotta
I
get
can
this
only
wind up.
imagine how wiped out you are, dude. You do every month. You do this. God, man, you're. Anyway, hello. How are you?
I've even gone out a little bit, and dude, I've got shows scheduled on Wednesday. I got two shows scheduled on Thursday.
What are you doing?
I'm beating myself to death. Nah, man, a lot of people that, like, how it is. Sometimes 30 minutes ain't enough. You know that.
Yes.
Sometimes
There are some
30
campaigns
minutes ain't enough. And I tell them, I'm like, you will get you back out on a show when there's no time constraints. And the ones that get back with me, I gotta honor that, right?
Yeah.
So,
well, thankfully the campaigns that we've seen so far have been ace, but there's been some that have really, really, truly stood out. Like blew my mind. And it's not like I'm any great comic book connoisseur or whatever the hell it is, but some of them just pop so damn beautifully. I'm like, Jesus fuck. This guy has to have a 2-hour thing.
Look,
easy.
Rich, you're a great inker with a lot of experience, and you've inked a lot of great people's work.
Yeah, I'm also a pretty great penciler too.
Well, I'm just saying, it's like you've got a lot of when it comes to doing other people. You've seen a lot of great work right up close in your face.
Yes, you can.
You know what great work is. You see what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying, bro.
You want to know something? To be honest with you, there's a lot. There's more than enough campaigns that I've seen in which the quality of the art for there has been better than some of the quality of the art for Marvel Comics that I've worked over on.
This is what I'm saying.
Yeah, and it's I'm glad that guys like that don't wind up working for Marvel or DC because they would have to be reined in and constrained in some way. And I think a lot of the imaginations of a lot of some of these books that I've seen is just really, really out there. And it's like you can't really constrain an artists like that or writers like that. They just take it to the next level. So yes. I'm not quite as tired as you, but I'm a little bit flat.
Well, I mean, you probably are as tired as me. I know you, Rich.
I don't know
you burn the oil, bro. You burn it long and loud. I know.
Yeah, well, we'll see what happens.
I seen you was out there drawing earlier. I was like, I better let him know.
Yeah. Well, yeah, no, I'm glad you did because, I still forget the time difference now. And only because it's like the daylight savings time, and it's like, oh fuck, I didn't even realize it until you messaged me. I'm like, oh Jesus Christ, come on, man.
I kind of figured because I hit your Facebook and I didn't hear nothing from you, and I was like, man, I'll bet he's drawing. And you were, just like I figured. But that's what I'm saying. You work, dude. You put in the work. That's one of the things I love about you, Rich.
Yeah.
I'm telling them.
I don't love anything about me right now. I'm too damn tired.
All right, so I sent all these links out. I ain't got nothing from our first guest, JP. I'm pretty sure Max is gonna be all over it when it's his turn. I'm hoping these guys remember. What can I say? I schedule them. I come out here. I send them the link. What else can I do? If not, we'll talk about Incantacy 3.
We could
just start talking about that now. What the hell? How you doing with that?
I am 15 pages in, and I'm upping the ante on these I'm up in the ante on the books as far as the violence and as far as other things are concerned because
Violence.
yeah, a lot of the stuff, a lot more of the story is going to be in, a lot more of whatever the hell it's going to be is there because the first two chapters were just the establishing
Right.
of the characters, because this is a long-term thing. I'm not doing this for a few issues and then that's it. Uh, issue 3 is going to have a lot of it's going to be quite a bit of body horror. There's going to be quite a bit of really truly unexpected horrific turns in our character. And then in chapter 4, it's going to be a very, very unexpected thing because I just made a
Really.
decision on where the direction of our lead character is going to be, and I'm not going to tell anybody.
All right.
But after that is going to be another 12 issues, and I'm relaunching Incantessi. I may change the title, I'm not too sure, but I'm going to relaunch it with issue 1 instead of chapters 1 through 4. Because I'm just going to have that as like a bookend for like an origin story and then start over again with issue 1 going to issue 12 because this is going to be the next series of what's going to happen.
Okay.
And I'm having a lot of fun with it as I always do. And I wish I had the pages readily available to show to anybody, but right now I do not. What the hell was I going to say? Yeah, I have a tentative release in late January 2022.
All right.
So we're going to see what happens on that one.
Well, like I say, I know you and I have a little something going on, but I told you right from the beginning, I do not want it to interfere with what you're doing.
I don't think it will, but we're going to see how far I go. We're going to see how far I go.
You go as far as you want in our book. You know that. You get to have fun, man. As much fun as you want.
I know. Do we have our first guest yet? We don't.
No.
Oh boy. All right. Well,
I kind of had this same issue yesterday at 6:00 when started the last segment. It's like the first two guests were like nowhere to be found.
Oh man, really? That's not good.
Well, I mean, Barium was stranded. He was stranded in Traverse City. He was screwed. But
did he wind up getting back? Did he get back?
Oh yeah, he let me know this morning that he made it home. So
yeah, all right, good.
Yeah, I was a little bit worried about that. Oh, now we got somebody in here. Oh well, okay. I told you Max would show up. Max, you're an hour early, dude. He's like, I don't care. I'm here.
You send the link, I'm gonna show up. I didn't know if like the other guys might have bailed on you or something.
Well,
I don't know what's going
that's
on.
Cool. You're here. We'll go ahead and dive into you first. I ain't tripping.
Yeah.
What man? You're just like, let's see. Is Mary Machine Gun 2 done?
Yeah, Mary Machine Gun 2 is completed.
Right.
The book is. I got one right here.
Yeah, that looks great. Love it. Wow, that's excellent, man. Great job.
This cover A. You can see the interior art here.
Now,
wow, that's amazing.
Wow. For number 1.
Who's the artist on that?
This is Fern Cord.
Okay, yeah, it is the same guy. Same guy that did number 1.
Yep.
Yeah, Fern Cord's really good.
Yep, he's definitely on top of his game.
Yeah, he sure is. Looks it too.
Once I put this away, I can show you. We got metal covers done, and they were individually numbered.
Now, how many variant covers do you have?
I think this one had 5 or 4. 5 if you count this one, which is a metal Ed Benez cover.
I do like the metal covers. I got a couple of them.
Yeah, those are, I love those gimmick. I love those types of special covers.
Yeah,
You know,
I
when I
mean,
worked at Marvel, that's all they had for a while. Those are really cool.
No, I don't. It's not a foil cover, Rich. It's actually metal.
Ah,
It's actually
I
a
didn't
piece
have
of
metal. They
metal.
didn't have metal at that point.
yeah, they
No.
Yeah,
didn't do that. That's kind of new. It's been within
I,
the last couple years that it's really taken off.
Polito was the first one I got one from.
Yeah,
I got
he
I got a Lady Death John Boy Myers cover. Only
Mm.
13 of them made, and I got number 13.
nice.
Back there on the wall.
Yep,
Back there on the wall.
there's only 10 of those made that I
Yeah.
Yep.
showed you.
This is the Book of Sarah I got. They made 10 of those, and I got number 2 on the wall next to me right there.
Mhm.
And then
Yeah,
Yeah,
we
I
got
framed those metal covers up. They look sweet, man. I like them.
yeah, I like how they it just the weight to it makes it feel good. I didn't have the balls to go front and back with the metal covers. So I was
uh,
like, if you open it up, that's gonna like pinch the spine. Maybe I don't know. I
yeah.
don't know how it would work.
I don't think I've seen anybody do a front and back yet.
It's an option. It's an
Mhm.
option that you can have done. So
I don't think I've seen anybody do one yet or offer one yet.
maybe
I
I was the
definitely
right
haven't seen
person.
anybody unbox one yet. I
maybe
have not seen one.
Yeah.
maybe I've made the correct decision by not doing it
Yeah,
then.
yeah, probably.
Yeah,
Um,
I would
so
say so. You don't want the special you don't want whatever you're doing as far as attracting it to outweigh anything that you're doing on the
Yeah.
interior. You
right,
know, it's like having the best salad dressing on the planet with all the great toppings, but underneath the salad is wilty, or it just makes it seem that way. You know, so I mean, I don't know. I'd probably do a special cover, but you know,
So how is the Incantesty coming? I haven't really watched you any of your live streams lately.
no, that's okay. I haven't really done a lot of them.
I
You know,
know.
I haven't done a whole bunch of them as of late. I have about I think between 12 and 15 pages done, but there's a couple of pages that I think are going to go all the way to chapter 4 because I think I'm going to cut something off instead of like extend something. Because I go over the story as I go along, and towards the end, I figured something else is going to be a different cliffhanger than what's going to go. It's going to be a nice lead into chapter 4, and then after chapter 4, I already have the ending written out, and then after that, we're going to restart with issue 1,
Yep.
and we're going to go for another 12 issues because I've already figured out where the story is going to go, and I'm not going to
Yeah.
say a word about it.
That's what we did with Mary Machine Gun.
Yeah.
I was gonna make it a 3 issue thing, just do like a 3 act type of a movie thing, and
Uh,
then go to uh just do it that way, and then restart it and start at issue 1 again, and then maybe just do like 3 shot type things. And then when I did this, when I had so much story left that I was like, yeah, I have to make a 4th book. There's just no way I can get this done in 3. So we made 4 books. Then we do a trade on that. And then we're going to restart it. And it's just going to be a continual series called Mary Machine Gun New Order. And it's just going to be just straight continual series, 1 until hopefully a thousand. I don't care. I want to get them made. Be
Excellent.
like Batman.
cool.
But this is Human Hunters. This is our new project from Atrocity Press
Hmm.
that Pops has got pulled up here. Doing pretty good. We just had 1 day in, so Tales of the Tape is 2307 with 65 backers and 28 days to go. I know most of Pops's CG fan base is anti-Twitter, and they don't like it, or not Twitter, but Kickstarter. They do not like it. So I mean, there's that to overcome. But I believe the art and
Look,
everything will
there.
overcome it, or they can wait, and I will do an Indiegogo after the
Well,
Kickstarter.
I was just gonna say it's like most of the actual I mean, there's a few that like are really adamant against using Kickstarter, but most of them, man, if they know it's not coming to Indiegogo and they want it, they'll go buy it, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well,
I know quite a few people that when I first met them, they were not buying anything from Kickstarter, and now you catch them every now and then buying something from Kickstarter because the guy announces, "Hey, here it is. I'm not doing it anywhere else. I'm not doing reprints. I'm not, if you want it, now's the time. And it's a good book by somebody that's good, and they go get it."
Because like the Mary Machine Gun stuff, it didn't do nearly as well on Indiegogo as it did on Kickstarter, and I think that Indiegogo's more along the lines of like 90s superhero stuff. Works really well on Indiegogo.
It's everything. The guy coming up after you, Black Tiger, Hidden Dragon. He's written all kinds of different shit, man. It's like there's a lot of. It's just way outside. There's genres in it too. There's genres in CG as well as anywhere else. The thing is you have to have a Twitter presence and a YouTube presence.
Yeah.
To crack into that audience.
We did just
they're not on Facebook, bro.
Oh,
I have to beg them guys just to come check out what's going on in the madness. They're not on Facebook.
Well, Facebook's for your grandma. It's old people stuff now.
Facebook is Kickstarter promotions, and Twitter is IGG promotions. Pretty much. I try to bring them both to each place, but
yeah, Twitter.
That's one of the things I do. I take them Kickstarter things and I show them on my Twitter feed. Hey guys, check this out.
I try to get the Twitter going, but it doesn't seem to. I just can't seem to.
It's a grind like anything else. It's a grind like anything else, Max.
Yeah, I just can't seem to gain any traction. I've stayed pretty even. I think I've got like 200 people that are following me, and I'm following to about 200 people. So I'm not getting ratioed, but I'm not doing gangbusters either. Now our Instagram is doing much better. We've got like 5,500 followers on our Instagram, so that's pretty good.
I don't know how many followers I have.
They just finally let people start posting on Instagram from their computers.
I know, and that is amazing.
That's the only
they
reason
are really
posting something up there. Yeah.
Yep. You can post directly from your computer now.
Oh, thank fucking God! Because for the longest time, that's fantastic.
Yeah, because I've been like, it's no good to me. I can't put links there. I can't. But now I can put my cards up there, right? I can put the HoloCromCon promo card up there, and people can see it.
Now it's called Meta.
But I can put this up there now.
Well, yeah.
See, I couldn't put these up there before. It was no use to me whatsoever because I'm not downloading. I'm not trying to get all this shit on my gay ass little phone, my Galaxy 3 that ain't got no memory and ain't got no power, and like, I'm not trying to download everything to that and then use that. No, man.
Yeah, that'd be difficult. I was trying to run StreamYards. I've got a Google Pixel 5, and it was like, hey, your phone's getting too hot. We're gonna go ahead and turn it off now.
That happened with me last night. That happened with me last night, man.
Yeah, that's what I mean. My phone couldn't handle any of the stuff that I do. It couldn't handle one segment of CromCon, much less 4 in a row like I do. No. My phone would fry.
No, the only thing I've been doing, Max, I decided to throw together a bunch of prints with a horror theme or something because there's a bunch of horror cons that are going to be coming up here in the UK. So I'm like,
oh, cool.
All right, why not?
What do you got handy, Rich? Anything? What are you working on?
You have 3 of them, but
okay.
You don't have to show them now. I mean, we're in the middle of Max's thing. I don't want you to interrupt what you're doing with Max. I mean, thank you, but show it later or whatever.
420, guys. I'm sorry. I'll be right back.
Oh,
yes, 420. Yes.
Well, here, let me.
I'm tired as hell, Max. I have to admit.
I'm back.
Jesus Christ, Bobs.
Why do you got Phil for Avatar?
Because it's 420.
Why do you got Phil?
Because
Why
it's
do you got Phil
420.
for Avatar?
It's 420.
I'm blown the fuck. Wow.
No,
All right.
Max.
It's
Why do you
420.
have Phil's Avatar?
Because it's 420.
So you
Do
need
you have
a
a Max? Do you have
one
a
for yourself.
Max? Do you have a store for where I can get Machine Gun, Mary
Yeah.
Machine Gun?
If you go to atrocitypress.com, you can get it. We're gonna put. I've got to go through. See the Indiegogo for it just ended, so I've got to go through and pull out all the books to fulfill all the orders for the Indiegogo, and then I'll know how many I have to put online for issue 2.
All right. Do you have digital copies of that? It's not like I don't want the hard copies. It's just that I'll pay more for postage.
Yeah, totally
for
understand.
the actual book.
Yeah, I've got digital copies.
I could purchase them through the Atrocity Press site.
I'm gonna put them up on the Atrocity Press site. You can also read them through Global Comics with an X, Comics with an X.
Got it. Let me write that down. Global Comics, because
and
I'm
1 and
still
2 is up on there.
Thank you. I would like to do that because you've supported me in the past, and I really appreciate you, Max. Thank you.
Man. It's good
everyone's
got to help each other out.
We were trying. I had what the hell did I do? Daylight savings time hit where you guys hit where we are, I think, an hour early for about a week before you guys all of a sudden catch up, and I'm still messed up with the time difference, and even though I've lived here for almost 2 years, and I'm starting with the go live. I'm like, yeah, here I am. Dory and I are drawing, and it pops is like, hey, Rich, we got a show in 6 minutes. And I'm like, motherfuck, god damn it, bastard, fucking stupid fuck. And here I am. I'm like, all right, well, we got to go now. Bye. It's just like, oh my god.
Thanks for dropping by, everybody.
Yeah, I know. Well, we did like a half hour, and I was like, all right, whatever. So
half an hour is good enough. That's good enough for the richness. That's all
Not
they
really.
get. It's a taste.
It's a taste. I'd rather have an hour at least. I love going live only because I'm an attention whore. So
So yeah, we're good. We're good right now. John is stuck at work, so we can talk about
let's keep talking about Human Hunter.
Yeah, we can talk about everything Max has going on. We can go back and look at Richness's art. We're kind of open. We're good.
All right, sounds good.
All right.
Now, Max, do you want to share this yourself so you can scroll through it and highlight what you want to talk about?
I got it open. Give me a second here.
I do prefer it that way. So you got, I hate stumbling through a campaign while somebody's talking about something. I'm like, wait a minute, which cover are you talking about? I was scrolling up and down trying to find it. And it's like, that's always Minuteman time. Always.
Hey, I thought we were racing.
I hate just getting the digital copies. I love having like the physical copies in my hand.
The physical copy of Mary Machine Gun 2 is something that we put a lot of money into. I mean, we figured if we're basically a boutique industry for independents, I mean, if we put out independent, individually made comic books to a smaller audience of connoisseur style people, so it's a boutique industry. So because of that, we might as well put out the best product we possibly can.
But I get it.
All right, so we've got Human Hunters. We already went over that there. It's written by Johnnie Reed and co-written by me. I didn't write the full thing, which Johnnie will be here in half an hour. I told him that to be here at 4.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Let me see if. Let me see.
I mean, you can tell him come out now if he's free.
Let me see if he's available now that I just thought about that. I should have been a little more considerate. I don't know if he's available now. But anyways, it's written by Johnny Reed and me. He did most of the work. It's all mostly his story. I just kind of came in and helped him clean up some story elements and make things make a little more sense. Helped him with the actual typing it out and everything, getting the story out of him. Because he's an okay writer, but he comes from the corporate world, so everything he was writing sounded like a technical document. And I'm like, no, man, you need to kind of just be a little more relaxed with your speech, you know. But so what is the Human Hunters? Basically, it's the classic monsters, like your vampire, your werewolf, your mummy, your witch, your um your Frankenstein creature, uh, all the stuff that are your classic monsters, except for they're super sexy and they're like the A-Team.
Wow.
Mission Impossible style stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Doing cool heists and stuff. So in this episode, it is it's a heist issue. Okay. Said it can be in 10, so we'll bring him in here in 10.
Yeah, I'm just reading. I'm reading classic monsters.
Okay.
Fight against the most dangerous monsters of all, humans.
Yes. 34 pages, a monster of intense art and story.
Now he's getting into it. Now that's what I want to hear.
The art is provided by Mateus Duarte. He did Neo Tokyo, The Truth is a Virus, which Pops was read. Wasn't really Pops' cup of tea, but you know, it doesn't.
I bought it.
Well, you did buy it, but you told me that it's not really something that you would
it's not something I can give to the kids.
No, it's definitely not something you can give to the kids. There's depends on how much nudity. In Germany, that's like rated like for 12-year-olds, but in the United States, it's rated for 18-year-olds.
Well, I know. I'm just saying, it's weird. Like, you know, the grandkids. It's like I'm trying to, when I back something, I'm trying to pretty much keep it in the realm of something I can let them read too.
Yeah, well, you know what I mean? Human Hunters itself, there's no nudity in it. The only thing there's a sexy lingerie shot in one part, and that's it. That's all there is to it. Because we wanted to make it to where if someone really wanted to publish it besides us or print it besides us and put it out, then they could. You know, there'd be no excuse as to, like with Mary, they can always say, oh, there's too much sexual imagery in this book, which there is a lot of sexual imagery in Mary Machine Gun. Don't get me wrong. There's supposed to be a lot of sexual imagery in Mary Machine Gun.
Did you give her a machine gun in this book yet?
Yep, she uses it.
All right.
She uses the machine gun in the first issue of the new series. See the machine gun. She actually uses it in this one in issue number 2.
Good. That's what I was waiting for. Break out. I did like Machine Gun number 1. I did like that. I also ordered that. See, look, Max, I've been up in there.
Yeah, I know. So, yeah, Mateus Duarte, he did the art. I'll get the stuff out of the way so Fernando or Johnny can talk about the story and everything when he gets on, because he's the story mastermind. But I'll get the technical stuff out of the way. Fran Cord, he did the inking for Neo Tokyo, and he's also doing the inking for Teenage Ninja Babes versus Zombies from Deep Space. We were going to call it Teenage Ninja Bimbos versus Zombies from Deep Space, but
Wow.
then we realized that bimbos could be considered a derogatory term for woman, so we didn't want Facebook to hammer us every time we typed the name of our comic book. And they would. I know they would. So now
Wow.
it's Ninja Babes,
That's
because
incredible.
babes is a good thing.
Jesus H. Christ. Oh my God in heaven.
The flat colors were done by Carol Cord, which is Fernando
Uh-huh.
Cord's wife. She's
Yeah.
learning to color. Fernando's teaching her, and that the beginning of that process is flats.
Yeah.
So she's learning that from there. She's done flats on Mary Machine Gun and Neo Tokyo. Um,
Mm-hmm.
Adam Ramos makes his debut with the colors. This guy, he does this stuff where it's like he has reflections. If you can see the reflection of somebody, like there's this picture where he has the guy holding his cell phone, and you can see the reflection of his face in the cell phone, and it wasn't there. It was just something that he did, and it just raised the production value through the roof. It looks amazing. I was like, oh, congratulations, dude, way to go. And on top of that, his tablet broke, so he had to finish the last 3 pages by mouse. And if you've ever worked,
You've got to be kidding me.
no, if you've ever worked with a mouse trying to do color work, you know that it would take some serious time.
It takes, yeah, it's not quick.
But
It's not quick.
he lives in the rural area in Brazil, so like the mail only goes there like once a week.
Oh, Jesus
So
Christ.
he had to wait for the thing to get there, and then he had to wait for it to like be delivered, and then he finally got it, and then once he got it, things have picked up a lot quicker now. Let's see.
Well, it's good. I'm glad that you didn't have to do that
So
by
let's see
mouse
some
anymore.
art, Max.
Yeah,
Yes, let's
yeah.
see some
Scroll
art.
on.
Scroll on.
Scroll on.
All right. So the preview pages. Page number 1. Okay, we took it from the Mary Shelley's Frankenstein, the book itself.
Okay.
In Frankenstein, Dr. Frankenstein is going to be married, and the creature says he wants a mate too. And Dr. Frankenstein's like, all right, I guess I'll make you a mate. And this is that mate that he made. And he has second thoughts about the whole entire thing, and he's like, what if I create a race of these monsters by creating this other female for this guy? Is that smart thing to do? And then eventually he decides that it's not a good thing to do, and he takes it all out, all of his stuff out into the sea in the storm, and throws it all in the water, and that's in the book. So that's our interpretation of what happens in the book. I mean, see him tossing her over, everything's floating in the thing, and he just leaves her behind. But the lightning crash, and boom, it hits the water. Look at those blues. That's just amazing.
Yeah, they're blue.
I mean,
With the dark blue, and there's lighter blue, and then
Yep.
there's lighter blue than that, and then there's really, really light blue.
yep. It's just
It's almost white blue.
I know. What the fuck? It's like the surface of the Pistol Star all the way in the Triangulum Galaxy. This is real. I like the What the hell is that? Let me scroll down a little bit more.
Scroll
Yeah,
down more.
this is I like the artist here is taking a lot of there's a lot of really great definition in here with the fabric of the water and obviously the mummified remains and how that works. And this is a very good narrative.
Yeah,
It's a good narrative. It's a nice touch.
I liked as I said with the blues, I liked the color palette use was I thought it really set everything off quite well.
Well, it looks like the colorist used a filter of blue around the pages after that, and it lends into the atmosphere of what's going on with it. Afterwards, because even with the beach over here, it's like, yeah, that there's you have something of a blue tint on just about everything that he has here, and it's a nice reflection from the surface of the water. Good job.
Day for night.
Colorist knows what he's doing.
Yeah. Well, we try to hire people who are good at what they do. We don't want to hire people that are not good at what they do. Well, at least we hope we do. Then we've got the transition from today, or from then to today, and she's hanging upside down. And these two art pieces behind her, I don't know the names of them because I just had them. I was like, find two art pieces that have been stolen and no one's ever found them before. And he decided to use these two pieces of art or whatever. So
we found them. They're right there. They're on the wall.
Exactly. Right. And then we've got Cleo, who is our super high tech wizardress. She doesn't like to be in the back of the van doing the stuff, but she'll get it done. And this actually is legitimately schematics for an alarm that I took off the internet and shrank down and put it on the thing.
Fucking match. You got the anarchist cookbook pages up in here somewhere too.
And then we've got
hanging upside down, stealing shit.
Doing the thing, hanging upside down, trying to get the vase. They're getting that vase.
Yeah, and especially with the hair that's hanging off the vase.
Yep.
That's not going to set off any alarm, right?
No, not at all.
Not at all. No.
It's only wait.
Wait a minute. Wait. There's something here. Blar, blar, blar. What is that fucking noise? Is that the alarm?
Yeah, I would think that's
that was set off by her hair. Maybe. Oh God. I like this. This is I like how these bottom three panels beneath blar blar blar. This is really good. This is very good. I'm not trying to make it sound like I'm surprised either. I'm just like, I like how you have what noise? I don't hear anything. How could you not hear that alarm? Yeah, I like this. I like the interplay. Is this your? This isn't. It's your writing as well, correct, Matt?
Yes, I wrote it together with Johnnie.
Did you write the dialogue? Well, did one of you do the plot and then the other person did the dialogue?
No, we basically we sit down together in StreamYards, which he's ready, Pops, whenever you want to send the link.
I don't know who.
To you Johnnie. Okay, I'll send him the link.
I can smell 6 guards now and one just ate garlic. Do you want me to take out all 6 or leave some for you? We need to depart as quickly as possible. Yeah, he's ready. I like that. This is nice perspective shot here. Very nice perspective shot. Even though it looks like just a regular panel, but I like how it goes off. How it just goes off in the distance. It gives space to where they are.
Yep.
I like how that goes there. And now he's turning into a wolf. Oh boy.
And that's our werewolf. I sent the link to Johnnie, so he should be coming in anytime.
Man, there he is. Welcome, Johnny, to the madness.
How are you, sir?
Hello, Johnny.
What's going
So we're just
on?
listening to the creative process from Max and me. He's just saying you guys sit down in the stream yard and you just throw it back and forth at each other until you got what you want. I like that.
Yep.
Max is throwing his big sexiness all over the description.
All over the description. Yeah.
I'm not cleaning that up. So.
All right, go ahead and introduce Johnny. Let everybody know who he is, and then we will.
Who's Johnny? He says. Eyes look the other. Sorry.
Nice. I have never heard that.
That was from Short Circuit. You don't remember? Well, you're probably. How old are you, man?
Being very sarcastic. That was dripping with sarcasm.
Oh, wait. So someone else has said it. Gee, I'm not as clever as I thought I was.
Like half my life, yeah.
Oh my God, I thought I was the first.
No. We got that. We got Johnny Be Good. Yeah.
Oh, I would not say that. That's obvious. That's obvious. Holy shit.
A little too just right out there.
Oh God.
The other one you thought was obscure enough to get you through, but it wasn't quite.
I know. I gotta find another Johnny reference that's
Not impressive, but adequate. Adequate.
What? Oh my God. I only heard that once in my life, and that was by a German swimmer who's 6 feet tall. And
that's actually a quote. Believe it or not, that's a quote from the movie Crawl.
I give Rick a hard time because he lives in Nottingham.
Who, me?
I'm always giving him a hard time about the sheriff. Never meet the sheriff.
Gotta meet the sheriff.
Is there a sheriff of Nottingham?
There is. There actually is. Believe it or not, there is a sheriff of Nottingham, and he's the sheriff.
That's got to be the worst job in the world. I mean,
it
really.
is, especially when all sorts of tourists come over, and it's like, hey, have you caught Robin Hood yet?
Yeah.
And they're worse than me because it's like they're just like, hey, I'm going to say this to him. Did you catch Robin Hood yet? Ha ha! I got him. It's like, no, you did not.
No, he's never heard that one before.
Johnny, do I call you Johnny or do I call you John? Whichever one.
Actually, I go by Johnny. I figured one of these days I'll go by John when I grow up, but that hasn't happened yet.
John, you're a good writer.
Oh, thanks.
You're a very good writer. I like how you've set the narrative here. Because I'm looking at how it's going, and the artist here does a very good job in conveying what you're trying to throw down when it comes to the narrative. You're very good. I like your dialogue. I like the dialogue that you and Max have put together. Also, if you don't mind me saying.
Oh no, we appreciate that. Thank you very much.
You're very welcome. You set the stage really nice here. You do.
Yeah, I feel really blessed just because, I've known Max, off and on for several years. I actually met Max years ago for the first time when I was co-hosting a show, and he was one of our guests.
Yep, they had me on. I was on that show too.
Max, I got to tell you, you sound like Donald Sutherland. I swear to God. You sound like fucking Donald Sutherland. Shit, you not. I'm awesome. I'm wondering when the hell you're gonna start talking to Kevin Costner about all the shit that they did to JFK before he was killed. I mean, I don't know what to think. I'm like, why is his voice so soothing to me? Oh, that's why. Because he sounds like fucking Donald Sutherland.
Yeah.
It's hilarious because none of his books are like soothing books.
No, they're not. Well, they could be soothing depending on which venue.
Oh, they're soothing. It just depends on how demented and antisocial you are.
Which of course would be me.
You're right. Demented and sad, but social.
Yeah. Oh, where is that from? Fuck. Demented and sad, but social.
That would be Breakfast Club, sir.
Yes. Yeah. I suck at 80s. Oh, I was a teenager around that. How the freak did I not know that? I'm handing in my 80s card. There you go. That's it. Yeah, there was one time there was one time I even ate pizza with a fork. Oh, I'm no longer Italian now. That's the end of that shit.
Oh no, you can't do that.
I know.
No.
I can't. It's a sin. It's like pineapple on pizza. Don't fucking tell me that you eat pineapple on pizza.
Actually, I have to tell you guys, Breakfast Club is one of my favorite movies because I can relate to all 5 of them people and different parts of their personality. I can relate to all 5 of those kids. You know, it was kind of I had to kind
even
of
Claire.
Oh yeah. Even Claire.
Even Claire.
You can put your lipstick on.
Who's Claire? What was it?
She's the one that did the lips. That was Molly Ringwald's character.
Yeah. Oh God, Molly Ringwald. Jesus Christ! Didn't she fuck everybody in all those 80s movies?
Except that one.
Yeah, exactly. That's right. Who was the one who did like the snowflake with the dandruff? Was that Ali Sheedy?
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, gee, I do that. That's some fun stuff. It's like wow, it's fucking Blizzard. Oh my God.
She was on. She was on
throwing away the meat and like smashing the cereal sandwich and all that. And it was just like, man, I can relate to every one of them people in some way. You know.
I want to ask John.
The head principal I can relate to in some way. You see what I'm saying? It was
it's the 80s were very formative years on cinema. You know, I mean the 70s were great for like disaster movies and sci-fi, especially obviously with Star Wars and
Earthquake. Oh yeah.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, I love those. And every one of them had George Kennedy in it in one way or another. Like he was either a security guard or a co-pilot or the gay priest. I mean, who knows? But it's like
he was going to be in there. It's kind of like movies now, like with Steve Buscemi. That dude is in everything. He's like a virus. He was like Ben Stiller. Ben Stiller was like that, and then fucking Margot Robbie is now in every movie. It's like I'm Harley Quinn. I'm, and she always plays that stereotypical Brooklyn type sounding chick. But Mr. J, I love you. And and then in friggin' Wolf of Wall Street, she's like, Jordan, I don't love you no more. And but she's like Australian and shit. And it's like, wow, she's fucking Australian. And it's just
like, ironically enough, I think Tarzan is like the only one that she was like had any sophistication.
Oh God. Yeah, Margot Robbie is in every fucking movie in the world. She's
got the new one coming out. She's playing Barbie with it's gonna be her and Ryan Gosling doing Barbie and Ken.
Ew.
Yeah.
There you go. Oh my God. Ryan Gosling's not gonna have any genitalia running around all over the place. That's awesome.
Is it animated?
No, I read it's supposed to be live action Barbie. Margot
God, anatomically correct live action Barbie. Jesus.
We'll see.
I don't want to see anything from Ryan Gosling. No, thank you.
No, I was talking about the whole, Margot Robbie. Who knows?
Oh my God. Still my fave of the Margot Robbie movies. She was great in Wolf of Wall Street, I have to admit.
Yeah.
She really she did nail that. John, I want to ask you a question, Johnny. How long have you been writing? Like comic books, if anything, if you don't mind.
Comic books. This is my first one.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, this is the first.
What's your inspiration behind deciding to become a comic book writer? That's not an easy task to throw down, friend.
Well, just for my history, I've always loved comics. I've been reading comics since X-Men 242, first issue I got. Wow. And I owned a comic shop for several years.
You did? That's fantastic.
We had to close it up due to a fire. Now we're back up opened again.
Yay,
5 years later. And I just have always.
Whoa, stop. Break.
Yeah.
Back the freaking bus up.
Yeah.
Well, dude, I really am big on trying to get indie comics into comic shops. I don't know if Max told you this or not, but it's like that's like one of my goals.
Okay.
So
my goal as a comic shop owner is to have comics in a comic shop. Ironically.
Indie comics.
No.
Indie comics.
No, absolutely.
You see what I'm saying? It's like a lot of people have a hard time getting their books seen in the stores. So I encourage all these guys when they're doing these Kickstarters to set up a retail tier.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
5-10 books for
I can tell you honestly, in my shop, my goal is to actually kind of highlight indies. I really would like to specialize in that. So if anybody's listening that has an indie book, if you guys have indie books, yeah, just contact me. Yeah, I'd love to highlight your guys' stuff in the store.
You
awesome.
must join the Comic Related Madness on Facebook.
Yeah.
You will see dozens of projects that we highlight all the time. I just did a full weekend online con, dude. I just highlighted like 60 different creators. You know, it's like everybody wants to get their books on the store shelf. That's
right.
Like, you know, so by all means, man, join the Comic Related Madness on Facebook.
No, I am. I've already a member. I see all of it. Yeah, I've been checking out your show, so we're good. I've been a spectator. This is, for a while watching your cast, so it's kind of nice being on here.
I did not know that. All right, well, so check it out. We also have a couple of retailers or a couple of distributors, smaller distributors that we also help try to get, hooked up with stores and hooked up with people. And I'm just trying to do the whole network thing, man. So
absolutely,
I'm glad you're watching, and now people kind of know to look for you. That kind of helps.
I told him about Liberty. I thought that's a pretty good idea.
Yeah.
With the ability to get the money back for books that don't sell.
Yeah. And there's another one on the West Coast where they're putting books in spinner racks in dispensaries.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Sam Quinton's got his stuff in there.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
He got his books in weed shops?
Yeah. That's awesome.
God, he's fucking amazing.
And now, see, I went to the dispensary the other day, and they have on the TV, they had the thing that says, advertise here, see the person up front. So I think next time I go in, I'm going to talk to the person up front, and that way I can put my QR code up so that people can QR right up to my website, and while they're waiting for the people to call them back to pick up their weed, they can buy comic books.
Or a little spot or a little card. Yeah, you bet.
Yeah.
Dude.
Well, to go back to your question, about me getting into comic books, for me, I've always told stories. I was a gamer back in the day, so I was always doing these, big, huge modules and stories. I've always had an affinity for all the monsters and superheroes both. For probably about an 8-year period, I worked on movies and wrote some scripts for some indie movies here locally in Kansas City. And that's kind of through those channels of doing movies is where I met Max. And we had just been talking and just, being friends, visiting. And he's, telling me about Mary Machine Gun. And he's like, hey, would you be interested in editing, one of my comics? Just I wanted to get your opinion on it, which I thought was great. I'm like, this is a great comic. You want me to read this? I really felt humbled that he wanted me to do that. And then we kind of just started conversing and talking about comics. And he's like, you got any ideas? And I'm like, yeah, about 300 million. And he's like, but no, one you're serious about. And then I was like, I got this idea about Human Hunters. And we started, passing it around. I was like, I really think this is good. I really want to create these characters. Some of these characters I've had in my head, in some kind of form for years. And, just Max, I got to, take my hat off to Max because he's like, hey, I believe in this. I believe in you. Let's do this. And for me, it's like over the years, you hear a lot of friends, you get a lot of people that are like, hey, let's do this, but nothing ever happens.
Yeah.
They're like, hey, let's do this. Yeah. Hey, that sounds great. Yeah. Let's do this. No, Max, let's do this. And next thing I know, we're writing the script. Then we're writing the second script. Then we're writing the third script. And we're like, hey, we're going to get artwork behind this, and then he's, man, I got to just say, take a moment, our art team is just off the charts. These guys are amazing. Everything they do, the detail. And for me personally, it really kind of warms my heart how much they get behind characters that aren't even theirs. They are now. But like originally when you walk to these artists and you're like, hey, we got these ideas, and by the end of it, they're as much wrapped into this world as me and Max are, which is awesome.
Yeah. Fernando dreams about Mary Machine Gun.
Yeah. Yeah. It's funny. He gave a compliment to one of my characters the other day, and I asked him. I go, "Don't tell that to Max." I go, "I think him and Mary might be a little jealous." Just as a joke, because I was like, "Mary's your girl, man. You can't cheat on Mary." But no. But now Max has got me working on, I think, 2 or 3 other comics now in the future coming out.
Yep. Ninja Bimbos, you're working on that with me. And
Ninja Bimbos. That's inspired casting.
Yeah.
I have to admit that had to be that. I was thinking, it's like, my God, these men must have sat by a fire with cognac for a good 2 days.
Well,
thinking,
number one,
what should we do?
No, that's I gotta say, number one, I'm a Scotch drinker, and number two, Max calls me up and he's like, "I got this idea," and of course you're picturing him with, what did you say, Donald Sutherland voice calling me on the phone?
I'm picturing him drinking cognac as Donald Sutherland.
Yeah. And he's like, "I got this idea," and he pitches me just the name itself, and I'm like, everything was already visualized at that moment. He didn't have to go into any kind of details. And then he's like, "Do you want to write it with me?" And I'm like, "You want me to write this with you?" And he's like, "Yeah." And next thing I know, we got the first issue done in
That story
like
sounds
2 weeks.
So familiar.
Yeah, I know.
It's
like, wow.
Why did Max already share that part?
No. I came up with an idea, and I just kind of hinted the edges of the idea at Rich, and Rich was like, "I want to do that, Pops."
Yeah, that sounded good. It sounds good. It has to be fleshed out first, Pops. It has to be fucking fleshed out like crazy before I do anything. Because I want to make sure between the both of us that we're agreeing on the whole story, which we are, but I still have to get to it because I still have
That's what I said. I don't.
Yeah, no, I know you did. I know,
you got
Pops.
going on, but
I still have issue 3 to finish, and then there's issue 4 after that. That's gonna be nonstop. As soon as the middle of the month hits, I got to hit the ground running on chapter 3. And
now, like I said, we are taking some of the weight off of you.
Yeah.
We are sharing the page count with at least one other creator every book. So,
yeah,
it's like,
yeah, that's true too. Yeah. It's nice to, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Johnny. You were saying?
No, I don't know about your guys' process. I'm kind of curious, but like for me and Max, and I don't want to repeat what he's already said, but we have a really good connection right off the bat. I've really surprised me. Half the time it's kind of creepy. We kind of finish each other's sentences while we're writing, and I think it's about two, maybe 2.5 weeks each issue.
Yeah,
I think it's about an average is what it takes us.
Usually to write it, yeah. I mean, we start out with the outline, and then we take the outline and then convert those into panels, and then we flesh the panels out, and then we add all the sound effects.
Yeah.
I swear to God, it's Invasion of the Body Snatchers. I'm listening.
I'm happy and sad for you then.
No, please feel sad for me because I have no life.
No.
No, but the process, I have yet to work with Pops in depth. I mean, we discussed what we're going to do, and we have a very good idea of the concept. We already have one character that's gonna have her default form, and I still have yet to put it in together as far as designing her in her human form, and there's still a little bit of development.
It's character development right now.
Yeah, we're at the character development stage, but as far as me is concerned, I'm the writer and artist of my graphic novels.
Yeah,
and what I do usually, it's kind of like the Marvel method in a lot of ways. What I do is I plot out the story, and I give it a roughly between 48 and 52 pages, and I do the most rough plotting I could possibly think of. I don't even designate page numbers or anything. I just type like this is this, and then this is going to interact, but that's going to interact with something a little bit later in the story. And then I divide it into pages, and then I'm like, okay, there's not enough pages. Let's see if I can expand this a little bit, or there's too many pages. It's like, okay, what can I get rid of? What can I condense?
That's the problem we always run into. We're like, we're already on page 20. We haven't even started yet.
Yeah.
We always write too much. Yeah.
Yeah. It gets to that point because when I finished the plot for chapter 3, I'm like, where the fuck is this going to end? And I'm like, wait a minute, I know when it's going to end. And I wind up chopping off like 6 pages from the end of issue 3, and now I have the beginning plot for issue 4, and I'm like, fuck, just like, goddamn, I can't stand myself.
I know when we started, like for Human Hunters, when we started the second issue, I already had subplots for like, I think probably about 7 or 8 other stories.
Yeah,
that's because it's because especially for us, we have an ensemble. When you have 6 or 7 characters, I mean, you potentially have 2 or 3 different issues just for origins.
Yeah. That's not an easy task. It's not an easy task putting it up there. It's like, because I consult other writers a lot when it comes to how can I pace this? How can I go this way? I'd like to think of myself as a decent writer, but without the help of a bunch of other people, sometimes it's really difficult. And I can only imagine what it's like. I mean, for a first-time comic writer, I have to say, Johnny, I'm rather impressed.
Well, thank you.
I'm very impressed that if this is your first story.
Yeah.
If this is the first thing you're putting out there, I mean, I don't think you can work with anyone better than Max. I mean, first off, that soothing voice makes me feel like, milk and cookies. I feel like having milk and cookies before warm milk and cookies. That's what his voice sounds like. But
right.
Kidding aside, Max is a rather prolific creator of things, and it's good that you're. Go ahead, Pops. You first.
You know what his voice sounds like to me?
What?
Gorilla Glue.
What?
Gorilla Glue?
How? How does that even compute?
No. It's a strain of weed, Rich.
No. I get it. Okay. You smoke the weeds?
It's Mama's.
You smoke the marijuana? Oh my God!
Mama's pie.
There you go.
Wow, that's like that reefer madness shit.
That's where
I heard it was bad. I heard it. I heard
it makes
that
if
you smoke too much of it, you get pregnant.
Yeah, usually.
A litter of puppies.
Yeah. That for me it would be a litter of puppies. I'd like to just pop them out of my special plate.
Yeah.
Nice. No, that's the one thing though. Working with Max, I mean, number one, I feel very blessed that he's brought me into this crazy world of his, and that he's entrusted me not only to create characters and comics with him, but also, Max, I gotta say the one thing is, Max, you don't have an ego, which I think is awesome. I'm like, I'll call him up. I'm like, dude, I got an idea for something you could throw into Mary, and he's like, shoot, he's very open, to really making the best product possible, which I think, which is the perfect thing to work with.
That's really great. It's hard to have that type of camaraderie that quickly. I've only had it. I've only had it with one person, really, to be honest. But that could be my own.
Yeah. Well, how much have you talked about Human Hunters yet? Have you gone through the characters and everything?
Yes, we have. Yes, we've
gone
through a lot of that. I want to know why
that guy looks like so much like Pops. That's all I want.
This guy right here. This is.
No, he's talking about the one with the top hat.
Both. I mean, either both.
Well, this one here. This is Radu. He's the head. He's the Hannibal or the James Bond of the group.
Our Bruce Wayne, our multi-millionaire.
Yeah, he's the billionaire guy who puts the group together.
Which one is that?
That's Radu. He's the top.
Oh, that guy. He's the billionaire who puts everything together.
Yeah,
he's the financial backing of the group.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I like the layout of this cover.
Yeah, this is by Mateus Duarte as well. He's the interior artist. We always give the cover A to the interior artist.
Thank you.
Thank
you. Thank you.
I think that should be a law in all comic books, really.
Yes. Oh my God.
You're
my fucking soulmate. Good job, man. It's the truth.
Well, it makes me so mad. Even as, I go through previews and I'm like, this looks awesome. This looks badass. And then you open up the interior art. No offense to the interior artist, but I'm like, that's not what I was hoping for. It happens too often.
Yeah, that does. That happen. Yeah, that happens a lot. Now, I'm glad you guys keep that tradition where it's like the interior guy does the exterior art, the interior guy does the cover as well. Thank you for that.
Yep. The one you make the most of, at least that one. That way, even if like the special the variants are gone, then people still want the book. They got to get that one, and more of that one get out into the wild.
Yeah. And I mean, if he's good enough, they is good enough to do your inside, they can do a cover.
That sounds so dirty. And I love it.
Dirty and true.
Yes, dirty and true. I must have to.
And then to his right, in the pink dress there, that is Cleo.
Mm-hmm.
She is the technical genius of the group. She was the girl sitting in the back of the van.
Yeah. She has great tits.
Basically, the one thing to know about her is she speaks 36 different languages. So it's not just technical.
There's that many?
She's a brain on brain. Oh, yeah, there's that many. I listed them out.
She's a brain on brain with a rack like that.
Yeah.
I dig it. Yes. Yep. I love it. Love it.
Then next to her is never really revealed. His name is Victor Stein, and he's got scars all over him. So I'm sure you can kind of.
And he's 9 foot.
Yeah, he's 9 foot tall.
So yeah, you can connect those dots or those scars.
Yeah, I was looking at that. I was like, wow, this guy's all sewn up and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Tell who he is.
What's up, Frank? What's happening?
And then below him is the girl from the water who did the heist thing where the hair was hanging from the deal upside down.
Did you give the history of her, of like exactly what the concept?
Yep, I did. And she's got the vase that she was stealing in the book. And then to the left of her, down here, would be going clockwise. We've got J.C. Black, who was the Native American dude who turns into the werewolf. He's kind of the Wendigo of the group. He's very, very soft spoken. Doesn't say a lot of stuff. He's very.
He's our E.F. Hutton.
Yeah, very E.F. Hutton.
When he talks, people listen. Is that a voodoo guy or is that a shaman or something?
It's a voodoo doctor, Dr. Juan Montclair.
Juan Montclair. Yes, Dr. Juan Montclair. I am the voodoo doctor.
Yes,
I like that. That's so cool.
He does the voodoo stuff. He only shows up for a couple panels in the book one, but we wanted to put the entire team on the cover.
Yeah.
Because there's only really, in the book, there's only Radu, Cleo, Kirstine, and JC.
For the main story.
The main story, and then these people show up in like panels of the background of different things that are happening.
Okay.
God.
And then in the middle, dead center, is Freya, who's our Nordic goddess.
She's not anything right now, sir. She's not even Nordic.
Well,
we don't know who she is yet. We don't actually know who she is yet.
But why is she in the middle of everything if no one knows what she is yet?
Because you want that mystery. You want it.
I love mystery. Oh my God, I love mystery.
You want the clue. So you want the mystery.
Yes.
Well, we wanted the mystery.
Rich.
Well, I'm not saying that she.
Yes, sir.
No, she actually. Yeah, she's one that. Sir. What I've we really haven't revealed.
I do. I think I do. I think I know what's up.
See that banner? You see that banner right there?
Who is Big D Wild?
It's all about the mystery.
Yes, it's the mystery. Yeah. Who is Big D Wild? Yeah, that's yeah.
Set the stage, baby.
Set the stage.
That's cover A, written by Johnnie Reed and Max Devill. Coming up next, this is by Mariah Benez, which is Ed Benez's sister. She did this nice sultry cover here.
Yeah.
With it's got the
I
3
love
girls
ladies
on
who
here.
draw ladies.
You know, I've always seen people giving guys craps like you sexualize women, blah blah blah, and I'm just like, you know what? I've
That's why I
seen
said that.
the women draw sexier ladies than the men do.
That's it. I
so,
love ladies who draw ladies because they do it right.
so, I mean, they can just look in the mirror and they got a reference.
That's too tough. Well, yeah, you know, it's tasty, you know. So
Yep.
I like tasty comics. Oh, wait, I'm looking. Is this the calendar?
Nope, it's in the calendar. This is just cover
Mariah's cover.
variant B. It's Mariah Benez's cover
Okay.
of the book.
All right.
And then we got variant C, which has got Cleo on it, sitting on the Sphinx.
She sure is.
That's by Alzir Alves.
Alzir Alves,
who is the operator of the Rishundo studio in Brazil. It's kind of like the Kubrick School for Art here.
For Brazilian people.
The Kubert Kubert School. Walk. Oh, I'm gonna have to pull this down. This was the Halloween cover, or at least put like unavailable across it. Now I think I'll leave it up and just put unavailable.
Oh man, make it like naked with the boobies hanging.
Nice.
Oh. You want that?
Yes.
Like that?
Yeah. As long as I don't see the guy's junk, I'm okay with it.
Yep. There's no junk. You can't see the dude's junk.
No male junk. Just That's because we're less graphic about it. Yeah, that's a little less gratuitous.
But this was the Halloween cover that was only available to be
until
purchased
Halloween
on day one. So it ended this morning at 10 o'clock in the morning Central Daylight Time, which is best Rich up all up. His time schedule's all jerked around. And then this is the cover E naughty, and that's the not safe for work edition. Do you like the exploded champagne there?
Wait, let me see the exploding champagne.
Where?
Where it's spilling over? Wow, that's not an innuendo. I don't know what is.
Where's the cork? Where's the cork?
Yeah, look at that. Oh, they're like, and look at this guy. He's like, well,
the cork should have been bouncing off the ceiling.
Yes, so it could have poked someone's eye out or something like that. You know, or you should have made that more strategically placed, where like the bottle is much closer to the camera, and it's like the bottle is supposed to be where his genitalia is, and it's really huge. and the projectile is like spewing a hell of a lot more into the distance. like, hey, I'm happy to see you. When you back in, the opinions in the following broadcast are not necessarily the opinions of the Monday Madness, Comic Talks at Pots Van Zandt, comic-related madness, and staff contributors and sponsors. The show is rated TVMA, Mr. J. The viewer discretion is advised.
God, you had a little Edith Bunker going on
I know.
at the end of that.
I went from Harley Quinn to
Edith Bunker.
I don't know how the hell. I was like thinking that all of a sudden it's like, girls and men were men.
Hey, they got headphones on, Rich. You're gonna kill them.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to scream in anybody's ear. Sorry, Johnny.
Oh, we're good.
Okay, I apologize.
So we've surpassed $2,000 in the campaign. So at $1,000, this print became available when they bought the Naughty cover. When you buy the Naughty cover, You can get up to 4 prints for free. That's going to be at
That's
$1,000, $2,000, $3,000, and $4,000. It's kind of like internal stretch goals. Think of it like that.
Hey, Johnny.
So this
Yes,
one
sir.
has been released.
Johnny, how do you feel about your first success?
I'll let you know when this is all over with. I mean, I feel really good. I mean, to tell you honestly, I mean, it's just being in this step of the process. I got to tell you, the first time I actually saw the characters and they were sending me the renderings. I mean, I got a little choked up a little bit. I was like, this is pretty cool.
It's nice.
And then when I got those first couple pages, especially how beautiful they are, you know, with the boat and the colors. I mean, I was speechless because I was like, I cannot believe. You know, I just couldn't.
Go ahead, Johnny.
No, I just couldn't believe, you know, that something, you know, that you think of and it's like it's physically there. You know, it's amazing feeling.
It must have been. I commented on those first pages with the heavy blue influence in there.
Yeah.
It's so gorgeous, and the colorist on the page, on one of the last pages within that segment, where the blue, it was a slight tint of it all over the place. Now, kind of like James Cameron. It sounds silly, but kind of a little bit of James Cameron when he films at night. There's always some sort of bluish tints with everything he does, and I like how the colorist used the very, very. I don't know if it was a filter or not. I don't know if it was like an extra layer where he had like a 2% overlay opacity, but it was so subtle, and it just really accented that whole thing. And it's really one of the better colored books that I've seen. Not that everyone's bad at all. No, I'm not saying that at all. I'm just impressed with the level of detail that you have in this. This is a good collaboration between you guys, man. You should be proud of yourselves, truly.
Well, and for me, you know, I just feel, you know, very glad that, you know, Max, you know, brought me under, you know, said, hey, come on this adventure with me, and had faith in me. And just, you get those ideas. I mean, you know, being a writer and all, is when you see them on paper, it's a whole different ball game, you know.
Yes,
and hearing people talk about it, because, you know, I had this whole concept for a while with the whole, you know, I didn't want to just, for me, I read a lot of novels, and I have a lot of respect for writers. And when I read, you know, when you see these books about Frankenstein and the Bride, you know, and it's like they changed the original works. I didn't want to, I never want to do anything that would change anything that was originally done. You know, who am I to change anything Mary Shelley did? Or Bram Stoker,
when was anything
or
changed?
Anything.
Wait. This is interesting.
Well, I haven't. I mean, in mine, it hasn't, but, you know, a lot of people you see, like, I mean, Universal Bride of Frankenstein. You know, you watch the movie and he created her. Well, in the book, she was never created. In the book, Dr. Frankenstein had, you know, he changed his idea. He's like, his morals got the best of him, his morality. He's like, I can't create he said, I can't create another monster. I can't do this.
That's why at the beginning of this book, that's what I said at the beginning of the book, he couldn't deal with the repercussions of creating another monster that may create a race of monsters or something else, and he just wanted to get rid of it.
So if you read the actual literature, Dr. Frankenstein he's left and he's gone to the Scottish Isles, and then he has this moment where he throws the female creature into the sea. He throws all his equipment into the sea, and that's where the book, you know, leaves that story arc. And then he continues to go to Antarctica, and they have that whole scene with the actual monster himself, where the monster gets mad that he's destroyed her and he kills, you know, Frankenstein's fiance. For me, I wanted to highlight that and not change it to where lightning strikes the water and it brings her to life. So it's like, it's more of an homage to that original book instead of trying to change anything in it.
Well, I liked how that was, how the lightning, how the monster was in the water when the lightning struck, because if I'm correct, water is a superconductor.
Yep.
Yes.
So it only enhanced the amount of electricity that was going.
Yep.
That's a good choice. I'm for, again, you know, it's nice to see. It's nice to see campaigns where the writing is paid attention to, you know, instead of just like something thrown out there just for the sake of it, you know. So
I think it's got to be a 50-50, you know, partnership. To me, I love the artwork, but what keeps you intrigued into that artwork is a great story, great characters.
Well, yeah, but both are equally important, and
Yes.
one cannot exist without another when it comes to a graphic novel type form.
Not longevity. Not for
Yeah,
longevity.
exactly. Like one can be just a graphic narrative, and the other one is just it could be, for all we know, it could be a fucking romance novel, but you married them together.
Yeah.
And you put you put the words to the images and vice versa, and you have them
Mhm.
coalesce. It's done right. It's done right. I mean, my favorite one is my favorite graphic novel is God Loves Man Kills.
X-Men. Yes, I bought that when I was a kid
Oh
from
God, I
B.
remember that
Dalton
too.
Bookstore. That was
B.
such a
Dalton.
great graphic novel.
Yes, it was. Who was it? Was it Sienkiewicz or was it Wrightson who drew that? Who drew
I think it was
that?
Reichen, if I remember.
Yeah,
You got
that's
me.
just
Yeah, but that was a great graphic. Yeah, that was
1982.
Yeah.
That's when it was made. 1982. That's like leagues ahead of what's around now. Leagues
Absolutely.
ahead of what's ahead now for the big two. Oh, nope.
Yeah.
Nope.
That's the nope. This is the nope tier, as some people like to call it, because I always put nope over the parts that can't be seen on the Kickstarter.
Yeah.
The Kickstarter is
I gotta
very
get to the nope part.
very restricted, but this one's available too. Once we hit $3,000, then this one will be available,
Uh-huh.
and then once we hit $4,000, this one becomes available.
Mm.
And then let's see here.
Where's the vagina?
Now the calendar.
There's the calendar.
That's
I'm looking
that's
at the
That's
calendar.
the
Oh, yeah.
calendar. The calendar's cover right there.
Yeah,
Beaver shot.
That's got Frey on the cover.
Yeah,
Yeah, it has a beaver shot.
yeah. It's covered. It's covered.
Covered beaver.
And then we've got all the different characters just taking different poses from different things. Fernando was just like, he came up to me and he's like, "Let me do all the cover, or do the
Layouts.
the calendar by myself." And I just like, just let me do it all in one thing, and then we'll see if you like it. And I'm like, oh man, I'm gonna let you do 12 images. But he came up and everything came out great. When he asked me what my college colors were, I was like black and gold, and he's like, okay. And then he sent me the picture of the cheerleader, and I was like, oh, okay, I see what you're doing. Good, good work. And then the highly reflective boots and corset on the classic Bennett's butt there. I like that. And then this is what I was talking about when I said that I liked this one better than the one from Mary. This is the cardboard stand-up, the 6-foot Colwyn. Same thing as this back here.
Yep. I can't wait to get that one. That's just beautiful.
Yeah, it's 6 foot tall, and it's going to be awesome. I mean, the textures on the leather that Fernando chose to use, and then we've got a video on our channel of how he did the latex. So
texturing.
Yeah, the latex texturing on the boots and everything. So it's all time lapsed and crunched down to 2 minutes, so it's not that long. So it's pretty sweet. And then we've got just some different tiers. We've got the cover collector tier, the naughty cover collector tier, which is all of the covers with the naughty cover, without the Halloween cover now, because no more Halloween cover. And then the full hunter, which is the cover collector's edition, which is just the regular covers, all the safe for work stuff. And then the full hunter naughty cover edition, which adds on the naughty cover, along with all the rest of the prints and stuff that go with it. And then here are the stretch goals. The first stretch goal is the bookmark. We do one at every $1,000. Second one's a trading card number 1, trading card 2, 3, and then a Kirstine poker chip, Cleo poker chip, and a Freya poker chip. And then the bookmark is the picture of Cleo and the Sphinx. I liked that picture. I was like, crop it down and use it. And then all the cards are recolors of some of the calendar images. And this one down here, I think I want to do a foil of, just because of the reflectivity of the stuff she's wearing, and I think it looked great with the ice and the snow. I think it would look badass. And of course, we print with Comics Wellspring.
Wellspring.
All right. That pretty much covers it. Looked like you got another backer while we were sitting here.
Yep, we got one
Yay!
more backer. Got another
I
backer.
am pleased.
Cool.
I am
Cool.
super pleased. Gentlemen, it was an honor to see you again, Max. And Johnny, I'm a very fortunate man to have met you.
Oh, it's a pleasure's all mine.
Now, Max, CromCon 19 in about 25 days or something.
Yeah, we'll come on.
Don't miss sign up next Tuesday. Don't miss it.
Yep, we'll come on. I mean, last time I didn't have anything to push because I wasn't thinking of running.
Yesterday. Yesterday. You had this to push yesterday.
Well, this wasn't this wasn't when the sign up happened for CromCon. For this last CromCon, we hadn't decided we were releasing on Halloween yet. We might have been earlier, and then the Mary Machine Gun 21-day Indiegogo that I did, I just pulled that out of my ass because I was like, if I don't do this now, I'm gonna have to wait until March. So I'm just gonna go ahead and do it now.
All right. Well, make sure you get on for CromCon 19.
Oh, I definitely will get it. We'll get us on there.
All right, cool.
For sure.
That'll be right toward the end of the campaign, so that'll work out perfect.
Yep, exactly.
Gentlemen, I must leave. It is a pleasure to see all of you again. Pops, we'll talk later in the week.
All right.
All right, I'm out. See you guys later.
Peace, Rich.
Peace. Max, Johnny, give everybody where they can find you and all that stuff.
Max, after you, sir.
All right, you can find me at Mary Machine Gun on Twitter, or at Mary Machine Gun, or at Atrocity Press on Instagram, and then it's just /Atrocity Press or / Mary Machine Gun on Facebook. You can go to atrocitypress.com and pick up some of the older comics. I'm getting ready to add Mary Machine Gun issue 2s to the comic shop. It'll be up tonight, so you may want to wait a few hours to drop by the site. That way you can pick up your copy of Mary Machine Gun issue number 2 tonight. Just got to see how many I have left over. That's whenever I have left over, that's what's going up on the site. Well, some of them are going to Johnny's shop, but the rest of them are going up on the site.
Slide one aside for me too. I ain't got no money right now, but slide one aside for me. Yeah.
I'll kick you under the side, Pops.
All right, cool. You know I'll get with you.
Yep.
All right. Johnny, tell everybody where they can find you.
Well, you can find me. I'm out there on Facebook, just Johnny Reed. You can get a hold of me through all the same channels as Max with Atrocity Press. I'm working with Max, so if you can't find me, you can go through there. If you're in Kansas City, I actually have my own comic shop, Root Squad Entertainment. We have our own Facebook page for that as well. Plus, I think we got the Johnny.Reed at Atrocity Press for email.
Yep.
And the Max.Devill at Atrocity Press for email.
Yep.
Okay, I was gonna say we do allow people to attach their pages to the madness. So attach the page to your comic book shop to the group.
Oh, excellent! Thank you, sir.
And we also have a group called the Comic Related Marketplace, which is for direct sales, as opposed to networking and promoting.
All right.
If you understand what I'm saying. It's like you can
No, I
actually
get the
go out
yeah.
there and say, hell yeah, we got these books for sale. This much money, come buy them. You know, I mean, so we're, like I said, we're trying to help everybody make money. It don't matter what.
I will reach out to you after the show for more detail on that this week.
All right, cool.
Sweet.
That's pretty much all we got, everybody. John was at work. He couldn't get away. The other guy, he did get with me, and he's like, he's sorry he missed it, but his book hasn't launched yet, so we're still going to get him out here beforehand. You know,
That's
talk
good.
about, you know, yeah, we'll still get him out here. It's all good. We you know me, Max. I'll reschedule somebody. I don't want nobody to miss their time. So,
That's okay. They gave me plenty of time to BS with you and catch up for a while. I haven't talked to you in a minute.
Hell yeah. And we got to really get a good look at the book, too. So, everybody on the replay, this thing will be up till the end of November. So, you know, near the end of November. So, you got some time, but don't wait. Bump them numbers.
Yeah, pump it up because the more numbers, the bigger it looks, the more someone's apt to buy it for some reason. I don't know. I don't know what it is. I don't know where the line is for what, but it seems like there's like a psychological line where it's like once it hits $5,000, everyone's like, oh well, I guess that's worth $5,000, and I'll buy one too.
Yeah. Well, and if you really like what you see and you backed it, you know, please share the info. You know, pass it along to all your friends too. You know, let's get this sucker to go viral.
Yeah, don't be stingy and holding it back and be like, ha ha ha, I'm the only one that has one. Get it out there. We'll get you somehow. We'll get you a foil cover or something special for you that you can snatch up before anybody else can get it.
Yep.
You'll be good.
And you could also, you know, I mean, I'm sure like these guys wouldn't have no problem doing, you know, something special for anybody, a remark on the cover, something like that. You know, you just reach out.
Yeah.
You know. That's how you get the special one. Max, you know the one I got up on the wall, the crew number 2? The one with my very first cameo in a comic. Smitty, the guy who did that Atari cover, he did a remark of me on the cover of the book that my first cameo is in.
That's awesome.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. You know, that kind of stuff, man. People just reach out to these guys. They are approachable. Almost everybody we work with and talk to, they're all approachable. This ain't mainstream, y'all. You ain't got to go through an agent to get to these guys.
Yeah. That's one thing I like about all this stuff. Like, especially there's like certain things that the internet's great for and certain things that the internet sucks about. But one of the things the internet's great for is if it never would have been existed, then like Mary Machine Gun never would have existed because I would have never met Fernando. There would have been no way that we would have been able to work together through FedEx and stuff back and forth physically. Yeah, I mean, it's just it would not work. It would cost so much money to put a book together.
And to work for a company back in the day, you pretty much had to live in the city where their, you know, bullpen was. There wasn't they didn't want to spend all that money to ship stuff back and forth. There were some people that did that though. I've heard stories from Mike Barron about waiting for stuff to come in the mail, or you know, sending stuff through the mail and waiting. Everybody had to wait for stuff back in the day. There wasn't no fax machines or that shit. You know?
Well, just think about having to wait for a page, and then when the page gets there and you take a look at it and something's all wrong, and then you got to start over again.
Hey, man, you got to do that again, dude. You know.
Then there's got to FedEx it again, and then it would be so expensive just in shipping.
Yep. All right, y'all go check it out. Atrocity Press. You got Mary Machine Gun 1 and 2 over there.
Neo Tokyo.
Runners right now on Kickstarter. Obviously, it's going to fund. It's already funded, so you're going to see it. It's going to be in print. Just roll with it, y'all. Promote it, share it. You know what's up.
It just depends on if you want a copy of it right now. If you want a copy of this book, snatch it up because it'll be fulfilled.
Yep, there you go.
Thank you very much for having us on, Pops.
Yeah, thanks.
Y'all have a good day. I'm going to play me some commercials, and then I'm going to get out of here. And I'll be
Peace.
back at 8 o'clock with Daniel Monroe. We'll do this all over again.
All right. Peace out.
All right, take it easy, man. Thanks a lot for coming out, guys.
Thanks.
Nice meeting you, Johnny.
You too.
Author Cindy Kep is writing on the edge. Books include Remnant in the Stars, The Loudest Actions, Lines of Succession, Mindstorm, Condemned Courier, the Yerushalayim series, and Animal Eye. Find author Cindy Kep at CKOEPP.com today.
Secrets, trust, worth. The bond between souls intertwined within otherworldly intrigue. Michaela Jade brings forth the Elite Warrior series, a collection of dark fantasy romance novels set in a twisted world where power lusts in the hearts of men and devotion seduces the souls of women. Warrior's Secret, Warrior's Trust, and Warrior's Worth. Available now at authormichaelajade.com.
When they mined an area, they put down yellow tape right across that line. See? And if you walk on the wrong side of that yellow tape, you blow up.
Strange Tales 136. I remember it very clearly, and that was my first exposure to Kirby. And I wanted to show it to people.
The city of prosperity. Riches for some, but for the masses, scraping by is all they can do. Meet Bitna. It's a rough life with an even harder reality. Living in the roughest part of town, it looks impossible to make it big. But maybe she will find it in a simple dress. The Radiant Sight, a new romance story by Martin Fisher, now on Indiegogo.
From author Brian K. Morris comes a tale of irreverent holiday horror, told with much inappropriate humor. Dr. Victor Frankenstein creates the spirit of giving himself. Ho, ho, ho! Santastein, or the post-holiday Prometheus. Available at Amazon.com. Get your copy today.
Sunsworn Wings of Vengeance is funding now on Indiegogo. Don't miss this action-packed space fantasy adventure sure to rekindle your love for the genre. Get it now on Indiegogo or just go to sunsworn.com.
Hey, it's Belle from Liberty Entertainment Distribution. We've got quality indie comics in hand ready to ship to you now. Yes, really. And it gets better. At Liberty, publishers set their own wholesale pricing, and we don't take any fees, so don't wait. Call or visit me today at ledg.us or call 1-800-525-2091.
Hey, yo, Pops here. Are you looking to be on Monday Madness? Is Monday no good? You need a special edition? Are you looking to be on the first timer spotlight on for you new guys? Launch parties, countdowns, CromCon Monthly. We got it all right here at the Madness Comic Network, providing online promotional services for the indie comic community and proud sponsor of
Comic Books for Kids provides comic books to kids in hospitals and cancer centers across the U.S. It's a place where we can all work together to make sure every child has a comic book. 100% of all proceeds go towards the kids. It's about making a difference, and while they're in the hospital, allowing them to fly like a superhero, battle dragons, or rescue teddy bears. We are in every state in the country and now support over 160 hospitals. Every month, we add more.
Visit cb4k.org.